My teacher was like another mother to me. The sense that this person is here for more than my academic needs was something that was just so comforting and just inspired success.
The view that they're not a cup, that we're just here to fill up with some facts, that they're a person, and who are they, what are they to become? Just having that thought, that imagination, I think just transforms education.
The report cards here are handwritten because that's how well the teacher knows the student, that they're able to write a paragraph about every single subject that the student is doing so that the parent really knows how their child is developing and how their child is learning. There's always a feeling in the Waldorf classroom that the teacher is experiencing things with you.
We want to cultivate their capacities for creating and discovering more than just memorizing abstract formulas and concepts.
It was so hands-on, the understanding that you take from a lesson where things are demonstrated for you and talked through so that you really do understand it, not just, getting it down for a test. It's something that you keep with you, and I still understand the things that I learned here.
There's work that's challenging, that's stimulating, that the children are really getting into.
At the end of the school year, she was proud of what she had produced. She was proud of the work, and she could actually tell you what the work meant.
These children are so rhythmic. All the nursery rhymes, all of the clapping games, all of the jump roping.
We do a lot with rhythm. In the main lesson, children do their math times tables to clapping and stamping and jumping rhythms.
The hikes and the walks, just to burn that energy is fantastic, it's huge.
They're always moving, they're getting up, they're doing different kinds of exercises.
We do many different games. We do rhythmic exercises in a circle. We also play circle games. Even in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, where we do begin some competitive activities and we begin competitive sports, I also feel it's important in those grades to continue also to offer non-competitive and non-traditional games.
The school's way of handling athletics is kind of ideal because it centers them first in the enjoyable aspects of it and the kind of team aspect of it, and then slowly introduces little bits of competition.
The work in eurythmy gives our students a much better sense of the field, their bodies, and how to work together as a team.
I'm always impressed at how much it demands of the students in terms of their spatial awareness. And they're not easy patterns, and they're able to do them as a group. It really isn't physical education. It's not just the training of the body. It's actually a whole new view of the world and your body's relationship to it.
I came here 2nd grade, and it was just for me. I think I'm a very artistic and imaginative person, and that was supported here.
The early years at our school are rich in literary images, universal human images from fairy tales, the stories of the Old Testament in 3rd grade, and some, the Norse mythology in 4th grade. All these rich images, and then in the upper grades, I can call upon these images as I present scientific concepts, historical concepts, grammar, whatever it might be, and it gives this enormous richness to the experience.
Being exposed to the things I was, like eurythmy and orchestra and watercolors. There's just such a focus on the arts and the child's imagination here that is nurtured.
I think the kids here always have a sense that they're aiming ultimately at something that's above and beyond just book learning.
We invest a lot of energy also into the various visual arts and music and dance and movement, drama. And we also put a lot of energy into developing their capacity to do things with their hands. We do woodwork and we do lots of handwork, knitting, sewing, crocheting. We do practical arts.
They do tasks and activities that are creative, but are focused on building skills.
We do this huge range of curriculum and give it a more balanced emphasis. And we do this partly because this creates more opportunities for kids to discover the areas that speak to them.
I never would have known that I love Shakespeare if I had not been here. Every 8th grade class did a Shakespeare play. And so you started off really young and you would watch the big kids go across the stage in their really cool costumes. And then when we came of age to do it, and there was just a feeling of, we were so excited that we could finally get out there on the stage, and oh, it was the best feeling ever.
When I hung out with my friends outside of school, I was the only person who went to a school that had goats or chickens, or, you know, we would actually spend more than 25 minutes outside every day.
You see children, feeding sheep and walking around with chickens under their arm.
My class is the one that built the chicken coop that now houses all the chickens.
It gives them a relationship to other creatures and how to care for other creatures and to respect other creatures, and also to understand their environment broadly, to see the land around them and the sky around them, and they become a part of it very, very fundamentally.
What is really important for children to understand is that it is through their activity, through their engagement, that a successful garden happens, or a healthy animal is able to exist.
They see that these animals are more than just animals, that they, you can get wool from the sheep. We can dye the wool, and we can use that.
Every year, the students will take on a more involved, more complex role in the care of the animals.
I think it teaches children how to live with this earth, not just on it. It gives them a whole experience of touching and learning and seeing and being, and challenging them to do things that maybe aren't quite so easy.